Hello, and welcome to our English Story channel, where we bring you wonderful tales to help you practice and improve your language skills. Today, we have a very special story for you, a story about love, courage, and the quiet strength that builds heroes. It's called The Hero's Mother. Are you ready? Let's begin. In a small, peaceful village nestled among rolling green hills, there lived a young man named Dara. He was known and loved by everyone in the community. Villagers, both young and old, affectionately called him a hero. Why? Because Dara was always the first to lend a hand, always ready to help anyone in need, no matter how big or small the task. If a neighbor's roof needed mending, Dara was there. If a child lost their way, Dara would find them. His kindness was as reliable as the morning sun. But as we all know, behind every hero, there's often an unsung hero, a guiding light, a source of unwavering support. For Dara, that person was his mother, Saka. She was the one who taught him the true meaning of love, kindness, and courage. Saka was a gentle woman with a warm smile and eyes that held deep wisdom. She didn't teach with grand speeches, but through her everyday actions and quiet words. Every morning, without fail, Dara would rise with the sun to help his mother. Their daily routine was a simple dance of shared responsibility. Together, they would fetch fresh water from the village well, their buckets swinging in rhythm. They would sweep the yard, clearing away fallen leaves, and tend to their vibrant garden, where colorful flowers and green vegetables grew under their care. As they worked side by side, Saka would often share her wisdom. "Remember, Dara," she would say, her voice soft but firm. "True heroes are not the ones who fight in grand battles or seek fame. True heroes are the ones who care for others, the ones who build and protect their community with compassion." Dara listened to these words and took them to heart, letting them shape the man he was becoming. One year, the sky turned to dark, heavy gray. A relentless rain began to fall, drumming against the rooftops and turning the village paths into muddy streams. For 3 long days and 3 long nights, it poured without stopping. A sense of unease settled over the village as the river, which usually flowed peacefully nearby, began to swell. It grew louder, its currents faster and more powerful. People watched with growing fear as the water crept higher and higher, threatening to breach its banks and flood their homes. Panic began to spread. "The river is overflowing. We're all going to be washed away," cried a villager, his voice trembling with fear. Just as despair started to take hold, Dara's voice rang out, clear and strong, cutting through the sound of the rain. "Don't worry. We can do this. Let's build a wall of sandbags together." His confidence was contagious. Inspired by his call to action, the villagers' fear turned into determination. Men, women, and even the older children rushed to help. They filled bag after bag with sand and earth, passing them down a human chain to the riverbank. Dara was at the heart of it all, working tirelessly, his energy seemingly endless. He organized the teams, lifted the heaviest bags, and offered words of encouragement to everyone. He didn't rest, he didn't stop, not until a strong, protective wall stood between the raging river and their homes. Finally, the wall was complete, and the village was safe. Exhausted but relieved, the villagers cheered for their hero, Dara. When he finally returned home, covered in mud and weary to his bones, he found his mother Saka waiting for him. A proud and loving smile graced her face. "You did well, my son," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "The village is safe because of you and the spirit you ignited in everyone." Dara looked at his mother, his heart full of gratitude. "Mother," he replied, "I only did what you taught me. I just remembered to help others." And so, the story of Dara and his mother reminds us of a beautiful truth. True heroes are not just born of strength and bravery. but are nurtured and raised by a mother's endless love and profound kindness. Thank you so much for listening to The Hero's Mother. We hope you enjoyed this heartwarming story and found it helpful for your English practice. If you liked it, please show your support by giving us a like, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more wonderful stories every week. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye for now.